Donald Trump's presidency was nothing short of chaotic. From trade wars to Twitter tirades, he kept the world on edge. But one area where his approach seemed particularly reminiscent of a certain New Jersey mob boss was Latin America. John Feely, former US ambassador to Panama, put it bluntly, Trump governed like Tony Soprano. Feely should know. He saw firsthand how Trump dealt with the region. Threats, bluster, and a disregard for long-standing alliances became the norm. Remember Trump's vow to take back the Panama Canal? Or his casual accusations against Mexico, claiming their government was in bed with drug lords. These were not diplomatic overtures, they were pure power plays, straight out of the Tony Soprano playbook. The irony is that Trump's attempts to strong-arm Latin America often backfired. His threats to reclaim the Panama Canal were met with a mixture of amusement and annoyance. Panama, well aware of its strategic importance, played it cool, making tactical concessions while quietly maintaining control. The whole thing felt like a shakedown gone wrong, with Tony Soprano replaced by a less competent understudy. Feely argues that Trump's actions stem from a deeply cynical worldview, one summed up by the ancient Greek historian Thucydides: the strong do what they can, and the weak suffer what they must. In Trump's mind, the United States was the undisputed heavyweight, and Latin America was ripe for exploitation. This transactional approach was evident in Trump's dealings with Venezuela. Despite previously trying to oust Nicolas Maduro, Trump suddenly switched gears, engaging with the dictator to facilitate mass deportations of Venezuelans back to their troubled homeland. This move, likely designed to appeal to his base, betrayed the very Venezuelan Americans who had supported him in the 2024 election, hoping he would be their savior. Trump's deal with Maduro wasn't about Venezuelan oil either. The United States had record oil and gas production. No, this was about something far cruder, using vulnerable people as bargaining chips in his political games. It was a move that would have made Tony Soprano proud, but it left many Americans feeling ashamed. The Panama Canal incident perfectly illustrates the folly of Trump's approach. He seemed to genuinely believe that he could simply waltz in and reclaim the canal, as if it were a casino he'd grown tired of. His claim that China was meddling in the canal's operations was flimsy at best. The reality was that Trump, obsessed with his America First agenda, saw the canal as a symbol of American power that he needed to reclaim for his own egotistical reasons. Of course, the plan was doomed from the start. Congress, even those sympathetic to Trump, knew it was a non-starter. Invading a sovereign nation to seize a waterway that was functioning perfectly well was not only illegal but also logistically insane. It was a bluff, and a bad one at that. John Feely's comparison of Trump to Tony Soprano is more than just a clever analogy. It cuts to the heart of how Trump viewed the world as a zero-sum game where strength is all that matters. It's a depressing worldview, and one that, sadly, resonated with a significant portion of the American electorate. Feely, despite his disappointment, hasn't given up hope. He, like many Americans, yearns for a return to a foreign policy grounded in democratic values, strategic alliances, and respect for human rights. A foreign policy where diplomacy trumps bullying, and where the United States is seen as a partner, not a mob boss. Whether that will happen remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the ghost of Tony Soprano still looms large over American politics, a stark reminder of what happens when power goes unchecked and empathy is replaced with brute force.